but I've seen the beginning of walkthroughs. I've been watching it anyways, and it seems to me that, I don't know, Ilya would make so much sense, and Zelda not really at all. But anyway, sorry, I forgot to actually explain what I was doing, so let's see. For hair, you want to do these flicky motions from wherever the darkest spot is to get that very strandy hair look. Now, it's kind of mostly in the wrists, which sounds really weird, but you know, whatever. It's from the wrists. Ha ha ha. Like I said, I'm tired. Forgive me of any weirdness. But, anyways, yeah. Just be careful that you're not flicking so much that you go out of your line and everything. Yeah, that would be bad. So now you got your first color down. And same principle with skin, you just fill in everything with your lighter color. Yeah. Fun. Which is weird though, because these sound kind of oddly running dry of ink, even though I just got these markers. That's weird. But, okay, whatever. But yeah, so tell me what you think, guys, if any of you are Legend of Zelda players out there. Alright, now this may look absolutely terrible. I'm not sure. It's just an experiment. But what I've seen some people do, which I kind of like when they do it, is they do a layer of cell shading on top of their normal shading. So let's see if I can successfully do this, because Blink's hair already looks kind of dark. But I don't know, I guess it makes sense since they're all separate incarnations, if that's the right word. Is that the right word? Of Link and Zelda, but their hair is like different a lot, which makes a lot of sense, but in some games they're like exactly the same. Like, you know, from the 2DS games, Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass. Oops, I just fudged up there. I keep fudging up because I'm not very awake, but you know, it's technique time. Do as I say, not as I do, haha. Yeah. Anyways, sorry about that. I really do apologize. It's the first time I've ever done some sort of tutorial type thing. But alright. Well, it doesn't look too bad, but you gotta be careful on which color you're using so it's not weird looking. But yeah, so, you know, basically you just do your flicking motions and everything will be just peachy, I suppose. So long as you don't screw up a lot like what I'm doing right now. So, yeah, basically so far our tips include color darkest to light, unless you're trying something crazy like I'm doing currently. Use flicking motions with hair, and actually in general for anything that's kind of like this, though not really as much with like clothes and skin, but you can apply the same sort of technique. I have before. And you pretty much sometimes want to do 2 layers of light of the lightest color, which I'm doing now to combine the colors to make them look less stupid, while making his hair darker again. But yeah, and less is more with shading. Take note of that, guys, because I mean, you know, if you put on a butt ton of shading, then it's gonna look really dark and not accurate to color. Because basically, the way I shade anyways, the technique I use is basically my lightest colors, if I were doing cell shading, would be my base color. Which makes sense when you think about it, but you know. Anyway, so let's color his earrings, but I'm only going to do 1 tone because I'm too lazy to do multiple tones. But yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Let's zoom inify. Whee! There. Alright, so when doing very small areas like this, you gotta be very conscious of your paper. For example, with bleeds, and you're just gonna do, you want to do very small dots like I'm doing, because my paper will tend to bleed sometimes. And you only use the itsy bitsy tip, because this is a very small space. It's not as small as some spaces that I've colored before have been.